And welcome back. Wheelchair basketball presented by HP. We're here at the National Veterans Wheelchair Games. The gold team leads the white team 16-12 as we get ready to start the second half. I'm being joined by Orlando Perez. Orlando, what do you think the white team has to do to try to erase this deficit?
I think they should use O'Brien's height inside. Right now, they haven't used him much. They're using him as a picker. I would use him inside as a big center, as we use Bone in our red team, and use their height. Right now, everybody's just scattering out and not using their heights inside.
Well, the white team starts out with a lineup of McClary, Foster, Alan Lewis, Joe Sapienza, and Steve O'Brien. For the gold team, it is Patton, Johnson, Patrick Peterson, who just came into the game, James Gerloff, and number 3, Ivy Early. First shot up, doesn't drop. Second one, though, is able to go in. So the first shot from Patrick Peterson doesn't go, but Johnson was right there to get the rebound and put it in.
Great rebound by Johnson. Put back.
So here comes the white team. They find themselves trailing by 6 points. McClary looking for somebody to cut down the middle. Here's Lewis going to the basket, puts it up, no good. Grabs his own rebound though, blocked from behind. But McClary's there for the steal. He can't convert. Another opportunity doesn't go. Johnson tries to pass over to Early. He can't control it. McClary dumps it off to Lewis. Gonna be a foul called on the pass off.
That was a great play by White, but couldn't convert with the man out play. I think maybe one extra pass could have got them a better shot than they had at that moment.
So Glenn McClary will take it out underneath the basket. Dumps it inside to Lewis. Good play, but he can't hit the shot. Second attempt also doesn't go. Grabs another offensive rebound. Foul called that time. I believe it is on the shot. So Alan Lewis will go to the free throw line. Boy, Lewis has been getting a lot of opportunities there in the basket, and he just can't hit anything.
I think he's a little bit stressed out. His experience is new, but he has a lot of talent to show off later on once he start getting more acquainted to the basketball game. Because for a big man, he can drive into the lane real good.
So here's O'Brien. He launches it up, but doesn't hit the shot. McClary with the steal. Passes it inside to O'Brien. Going to the basket. Rattles around, but doesn't go. Well, it looks like they're finally starting to go to O'Brien and use his height, even though he missed the last couple of shots.
Yeah. O'Brien is a real good shooter. He just needs to get at least one bucket in there, too, so he can get hot.
Well, he hasn't been shooting a lot, so I imagine he still needs to get a rhythm.
Yes, sir.
So the gold team leads 18-12. Here's Peterson, who came in to start this second half. Johnson from the elbow, launches it up with one hand, rattles around, but doesn't go. Rebound grabbed by Steve O'Brien. So Foster will control. Launches it up, got it! First points of the game for Larry Foster. That makes it a 4-point game, 18-14.
He's a streaky shooter. If he can get hot, it could be bad for yellow team.
That ball poked away from James Patton. Lewis and Peterson are going for it. That one goes out of bounds. Last touched by the white team, so the gold team will get it back.
I can tell that the white team is getting more communication. They're talking a lot more, and probably that's why they're getting those easy looks at the basket right now.
So Peterson inbounds. There's Wayne Miller, he just came in. Now to Johnson, behind the back pass to Patton. Going up against McClary, going to the hoop, off the backboard. Foul going to be called. Let's see who they give it to. And they say it was Glenn McClary who committed the foul. Boy, tough break for the white team. That shot was way off, and yet the foul was called, so now Patton's going to get a couple of free throws.
That's why they say keep your hands on the wheels.
James Patton leads all scorers with 10 points in this one. But it's been a very low-scoring affair. 18-14 is our score here, about 3 minutes into the second half.
And Patton's a real good free throw shooter.
As he hits the first one.
I'm looking at you right now.
He's taken 3 free throws so far. He's hit all of them. And he hits that one. Now a 6-point lead for the gold team. Remember, the winner of this game goes to the consolation game to be played tomorrow night for that bronze medal. Foster, he loves to work as that point guard, trying to direct his teammates to the right spots. Gets a nice pick from Sapienza, but he throws it away. Loose ball, Alan Lewis picks it up. Throws out top to Foster, they'll reset. Gets a pick from McClary. Tried to go inside to O'Brien, decided against it. That ball bounces off of the wheel of Sapienza. Here's Patton. Patton's been running into traffic a lot. He hasn't been able to use his speed.
His team is not picking for him. There's such thing as picking here in wheelchair basketball, and it's a really good tool in order to get people free.
Alan Lewis is defending James Patton right now, trying to make sure he doesn't get the ball, but Patton breaks free. Here now he has it, gets it to Johnson on the elbow. Dishes inside to Peterson, puts it up on the move, got it, and the foul.
Great pass by Johnson, recognizing his player coming into the lane.
Patrick Peterson hitting the shot that time. All that momentum was carrying him forward, and he was still able to hit it. And he connects on the free throw. The three-point play is good from Patrick Peterson. The gold team really getting control of this one. They now have a 9-point lead. White team needs to start hitting buckets if they don't want this one to slip away from them. McClary wanted it inside. Good hands from Patton. He pokes it away. Towards the sideline, Patton keeps it in play. Foster is right there. Good defense that time. Peterson is in the lane, and they'll reset. They lob it inside. Miller has it with one hand. No good. So let's see what the white team does here to respond. Down by 9 with 15:23 remaining in the second half. Here's O'Brien. He took a couple of shots earlier in this half, but has been quiet since. Foster inside to O'Brien, trying to stop himself in time. He's underneath the basket. Miller with a hand on it. O'Brien keeps it up, puts it in.
I think that's what White needs to do, get O'Brien inside, and he's deadly under the hoop.
He definitely has that size advantage. There was good defense that time from Wayne Miller. He had his hands all over him. But in the end, O'Brien used that strength and that size advantage to keep the ball in his possession. Gold team looking to inbound here, leading 23-16. A little bit of a half-court press going on now. Willie Harvey and Alan Lewis are in the backcourt. Here comes Glenn McClary. They're trying to take away the speed of James Patton, but he gets around him. Patton throws a bounce pass to Peterson. Kind of clipped Larry Foster that time, but Peterson throws that one away. Seems like every time the white team tries to stop Patton in his tracks, he's still able to turn on that speed and get by him. Credit that to great chair control, I'd imagine.
Yes, sir. He can move that chair like nobody else can in this tournament.
Here's McClary in the key. Puts it up. No.
I'm surprised that white team took out O'Brien after him getting free under the hoop a couple of times.
Johnson trying to chase that one down. He keeps it in play. Now we're going towards the sideline. Peterson tries to, not able to keep it in before going out of bounds. So the gold team still hustling right now. They have a 7-point lead.
That's the reason why they're winning right now. They're out hustling the white team. They're fighting more for the ball. They're pushing for the ball. They're not giving up on anything right now.
So the gold team leads 23-16. Joanne Rodriguez back into the game for the white team along with Andre Shelby. William Peppers is back in for the gold team as well. Foster can't control that bounce pass. He used the contact, went out of bounds, then came back in. Here's Patton going up against Shelby. Flips it up with the left hand. No. So here comes the white team looking to move. And Rodriguez wisely decides to pull up. Here's McClary. He had 17 points in game 1. We haven't seen that kind of performance since from him, however. Here's Rodriguez. No good. Rebound to the corner. She gets it back, keeps it in bounds.
She's a great player.
McClary fighting for it. Doesn't drop. So here comes CJ, Charles Johnson, trying to push the ball up the floor. Peppers will coast with it for a moment. Peterson inside to Patton, going up against McClary. Patton inside to Johnson, he's got position, and they whistle the foul on Willie Harvey, I believe. Probably a good foul. Johnson had great position down low. There wasn't any way that anyone was going to stop him.
Plus, he's deadly under the hoop with his long arms that Johnson has.
We saw Johnson have 8 points in the first half. Not so much here in the second half. They whistled Patton being out of bounds. Patton inbounded that time, tried to get it back from Johnson, but he was over the out of bounds line, so the turnover committed by the gold team. Gold team leads 23-16 with 12:34 remaining in the second half. Here's Rodriguez. Gets a pick from Shelby. Stops, pops, no good.
You need to have more ball movement there, and probably they can get better looks.
Here comes Patton. He's turning on the Jets to the hoop. Doesn't get it that time. Looked like his momentum was working against him that time. He wasn't able to put up that shot quickly enough.
I think he's overworking himself right now. He needs to give and go, pass that ball and take it back.
So both teams very slow here in the second half, not getting a whole lot of good looks. Foster holding that ball out, trying to get somebody open. 5 to shoot. Here's Shelby. That one doesn't go. Long outlet pass, good pass that time from early. Here's James Patton, stops, takes his time, and puts it in. Baskets don't come any easier than that.
It was a good move on him. Nobody was around him. He took his time and took the sure shot.
And a great outlet pass that time too from Ivy Early. All the way down there by the baseline, he's able to launch that thing down the floor. Looked like a quarterback that time.
Good recognition by the man.
So with the gold team leading 25-16, the white team takes a timeout. At the start of the second half, it looked like the white team had made some adjustments. They were talking more, they were going inside to O'Brien, but then for some reason they took O'Brien out of the game, and all of a sudden now they can't hit any shots. What do you think's going on out there?
Yeah, they took the guy that was going to get the hottest out there. He was doing not only scoring points, but he was helping people get in. And by helping people get in, he was falling through in the paint. You take a hot man like that out that has a lot of leadership, and you take the communication off.
Gold team leads 25-16. They're led by James Patton with 14 points. Charles Johnson has 8. For the white team, Glenn McClary and Steve O'Brien each have 4 points apiece. It's been a very low scoring game. White team taking their time. Here's Shelby. Banks it home.
Great shot.
Got a couple of good screens from Rodriguez and Foster and found himself all alone over there on the right side.
That's what they need to do, communicate and come up with plays.
So here's Peterson. And the white team back on defense. 4 of them cruising into the lane that time to try to cut off the gold team. Patton, good defense from Willie Harvey, dumps it inside to Peterson. Puts it up, no. And the rebound grabbed by McClary. So here's Rodriguez. Patton is on her. She throws to the middle to Shelby. McClary, good bounce pass to Rodriguez. And it rolls in.
Great job by Rodriguez coming on the side, noticing that everybody overloaded to the right. She took to the left and she got herself a layup.
Found herself wide open. First points of the game for Joanne Rodriguez, and a beautiful bounce pass as well from Glenn McClary. They lob it inside to Peppers, uses that height but doesn't go. Good rebound from Rodriguez, leaning very far back that time, but she kept her balance. But Patton picks up that loose ball near the sideline. 5-point game, launches that one into Peppers again, and a foul going to be called before Peppers can get that shot off.
Pretty good foul. He had a lot of advantage, height advantage over him under the post. Right now, Joanne is giving that energy that they took out by taking O'Brien out. Joanne is full of energy and is starting to pick up for the white team.
So Patton will inbound. 9:27 remaining here in the second half. The gold team leads 25-20. The winner of this one goes to the consolation game tomorrow night. So the white team crowding the paint now, making sure that nobody gets in and gets good position. Substitution, Glenn McClary out, Joe Sapienza in. Andre Shelby is out as well. Alan Lewis is back in the game. They lob it inside to Pepper. He's got those long arms, poked away by Foster, but right to Peterson. Easy shot that time. Well, Peterson was just in the right place at the right time.
Yes, he was.
5 points now for Patrick Peterson. Five-second violation called. Rodriguez not able to get that ball in. Good defense by the gold team. They were containing Larry Foster near us on the sideline. We'll see if the gold team can add to their lead. It's 27-20 right now. Patton over to Peterson, takes his time, launches it, no good. Rebound picked up and missed. Not able to connect was Walter Evans. Rodriguez can't pick it up. Evans taps it over, it's Patton who controls. Being harassed over there by Foster and Lewis. So here's Charles Johnson, picks it up over in the corner. Lobs it inside to Patton, puts it up in traffic, no. Foul called though, and Patton's gonna go back to the free throw line for the 3rd time tonight.
That's a great play by CJ, saving that ball, drawing 2 people on and noticing that Patton was open.
So James Patton back to the line, getting ready for 2 free throw attempts. First one is good. He's been perfect from the line tonight. A perfect 5 for 5 so far, looking to make it 6 for 6. Andre Shelby is back into the game for the white team. James Gerloff back in for the gold team. So James Patton looking to make it a perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line, and he's got it. "16 points for James Patton. And the gold team leads 29-20. Once again, the white team has some work to do if they want to come back. Here's Shelby. Nice pick from Lewis. Bank shot doesn't go. There's the long outlet pass. Patton now has it. He's going to try to go up against Foster. Still trying to take it to the basket. A little bit of shake and bake action. And a foul call.
Smart play, this Patton.
Looked like Patton was kind of shaking his upper body that time, but like you were telling us earlier, a lot of times you just got to watch those wheels to see where he's really going.
Yes, sir. You can shake your shoulders as much as you want, but it's where that chair goes, it's where you're going.
So here's Gerloff. He launches a shot from the baseline. Swish. First points of the game for James Gerloff. It's now a double-digit lead for the gold team. They lead 31-20. Time is running out for the white team. 7:39 remaining here in the second half. They haven't had any luck since Steve O'Brien came out of the game. Here's Rodriguez going to the hoop, puts it up, doesn't go. Loose ball grabbed by Peterson. Fast break opportunity for the gold team. They're looking up the floor for Patton. Good lob pass. Patton eventually controls. Now going to the basket. Lobs it up and puts it in. Boy, nobody can stop James Patton out there. He has 18 points.
And he's pumped up. He's pumped up. He's a great player. He's the kind of player that gets full with energy by the people.
Trying to get the crowd into it as he was going on floor, waving his arms, trying to get the crowd pumped up. 33-20 is our score. Foster flips it to Rodriguez, back to Foster inside.
Great pass by Rodriguez.
Got it and the foul. Nice play from Joanne Rodriguez with a little give and go with Larry Foster. Just the second field goal of the game for Foster, but it comes off a great pass from Rodriguez, recognizing the cutter when she sees him.
We got a big crowd today here at the game today too.
Very big crowd. The wheelchair basketball venue has been popular all week. We're just seeing more and more people come every single game. Can't even imagine what it's going to be like for the consolation and championship games. I bet it is just going to be madness in here.
I surely hope so. We just love giving the crowd a good show so they can support the sport.
33-22 is our score. Foster connects on the free throw. So 33-23, it's back down to a 10-point game. So Orlando, are you one of those players that likes to feed off the crowd's energy? If you're on a roll on the court and the crowd's starting to get behind you, how does that get to you?
Oh, I love it. I just listening to the crowd just pumps me up. I'm one of those players that get full of energy, start punching my chest, pumping up, and trying to make things happen with energy. I think I'm probably one of the shortest guys out there, but I surely like to think that I got one of the biggest hearts, and the crowd gives us that energy.
Absolutely. Here's Andre Shelby on the move, and he puts it in. So it's back down to an 8-point game. The white team trying to come back.
O'Brien came back in the game, and they're starting to get on a roll.
Let's see if the white team can keep it up. Only 6 minutes remaining in this one. Gold team leads 33-25. Here's James Patton. Foster cuts him off. Good defense. Patton over to Johnson. Trying to see what's available. Ball poked away. Foul going to be whistled. Let's see who they give it to. I believe it's on either Shelby or Willie Harvey. Looks like they're going to give it to Shelby. So the gold team will inbound underneath the basket. Wayne Miller back into the game, replacing Patrick Peterson for the gold team. Walter Evans also taking a seat with Dan Spots coming back in. That free throw is off. McClary lets that one go out of bounds. It's going to be a white team ball. 5:37 remaining on the clock. They're looking to cut into this lead. They've already cut it down to an 8-point game. They're looking to make it 6. They've got Steve O'Brien back into the game. Let's see how much he affects their play on offense. O'Brien's posting up down low, now giving a screen for Shelby. That one rolls out. Tough break. That was a good look. Just didn't drop.
He's hit a couple of those tonight, too.
Whistle and a foul going to be called. Well, a timeout on the floor, actually. My apologies. Looks like the gold team's going to call time. Gold team leading 33-25, but it looks like the white team's starting to get on a little bit of a roll out there and hopefully trying to make a comeback.
I surely hope so. I think they were doing some time management. Everybody here in these games, at least every player has to play at least 10 minutes each game. So sometimes you got to get people in there and you forget that they're in there. So you got to change some of the good players that are having a great game out in order to give that time to the other players.
Do you think that's what happened with Steve O'Brien? I mean, he hit a couple of shots and then all of a sudden he went out of the game.
I'm pretty sure. And then you got to switch. You got to account for the point system, where you got to have 12 points in the court.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you have to take probably your best player out in order to give somebody else their minutes.
33-25, the gold team leads it. They have possession of the ball. Here comes Patton, double team near the sideline. Whistle on a foul. Looks like that one's going to go up against Willie Harvey. White team doing everything they can to prevent James Patton from getting some momentum and using his speed against them. 5:03 remaining in the second half. The gold team leads 33-25. Looks like the white team is over the foul limit, so Patton will go to the free throw line for 1 and 1. He already has 18 points on the night. And he gets the first free throw. He's been perfect from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 7. Makes it a 9-point game again. Remember, the winner of this game will play in the consolation game tomorrow night here at the Spokane Convention Center. We'll be bringing you that here on xable.com as Patton nails both free throws. 20 points now for James Patton. It's back up to a 10-point lead. So this is going to be crunch time. 5 minutes to go. The white team trails by 10 points, 35-25. Harvey back to McClary, launches it from the paint. No good. The rebound grabbed by Gerloff. Here's Dan spots. He's met by Foster, and Johnson controls. Johnson only has 8 points. They all